Hello YouTube, this is Mark with my Ford van. Quick follow-up for you today, and the first thing I'm going to show you, there's two things I'm going to show you. First thing is, I had a good friend of mine leave a comment on the video, I think it was the refrigerator installation, about how smart I was. Well, I'm going to show you what a smart person can do when they're not paying attention to what they're doing. Let me turn the camera around. So this was the last video I posted, Sherco ladder installation. Okay. Looks fine from this angle, right? And I was so concerned about getting it right at the top, I went ahead and marked the holes and drilled them before I realized it's not way off, but it's off. You can see it when you look at the bottom two steps. They're on an angle. Yeah, they're on an angle. So, you know what? I just realized I might be able to fix that because these steps are adjustable. If I pull this plastic tab off of here, I don't know if I can get it off, I might be able to lift this step up and level it off. But the posts themselves, the side rails, are not plumb. And that's part of the problem, is working on a van that's on a hill. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's on a hill. And nothing is level, square, or plumb when I'm doing all my carpentry, and that creates all kinds of problems. But yeah, I might be able to adjust that step a little bit. In fact, the step itself might be a little bit off, but I definitely got it off. And the reason I did that is because I was standing right up here with it, making sure it was lined up top and everything was fine. Those little clips up there, they are adjustable. The screw that holds them on to the post itself, you can loosen that, and then they'll turn, let's see if I can get my finger, but they'll turn like this. So when I got them set and it looked like this thing was hanging straight, it wasn't hanging straight, and that was the problem. So one thing I overlooked: is it a big deal? No. Does it look goofy? Yes. Is it going to support my weight? Absolutely. Now, I can't climb up there and show you on the camera at the same time, but trust me, I've already stepped all the way up on it. It's solid as a rock. Okay, so that's what a smart person does when they're not paying attention. Okay, now for the real deal today. Rod holders are installed. I got my two longest rods up here. These are like 11 footers. One's about 11 and a half and the other one's 11, hanging up there. Hopefully I won't hit my head on them when I'm in the bed, but the whole purpose of that was so that I didn't have to constantly take the rods apart and put them in half and secure them so they're not going to get messed up, and then stick them in the back of my truck, my other truck, my Yukon over here, which has rod holders in it, as you can see. I use the same kind. I'm going to show you what those are. This will hold 3 in the holders, and then there's little clips up front. Can we zoom in on the little clips? Yeah, you can see the clip there. Better view of it there. But and then I can also put some across the top. But I had to take them apart every time. So now, these are Dubro rod holders. This is what the clips look like. They got a little rubber. Can I do it with one hand? Yeah, little rubber thing like that holds it in. Clip the rod tip in, just like that. So goes in, goes out. I've got these secured to make sure they're not sliding forward and back. I just got a big, kind of a big old, what do you call that? Twisty tie. Heavy duty twisty tie came in some packaging. I save all that stuff. And here's the other ones. 7-foot rod, 6.5-foot rod coming out right there. That one might need another. What I did is in here, these are styrofoam from the packaging that my solder kit came in. They're about that thick. They're just layers of styrofoam glued together, and there was enough in there. Cut it out, cut a hole in the middle. Got that idea from those little inexpensive rod holders. This one, yeah, I might want to put another one there. I put them on the other end. This one looks fine. Not a problem. That's not gonna hurt it. That one maybe just put a little padding or something there. But that's those. This was the Schedule 30 PVC, 3 inches, which I needed 3 inches in order to get the 7-foot rod in there. It's got a rather large first eye. Now for the other ones, the first eye doesn't even go in. And then of course, I've got the rod holders on the side. They just screw in. I screwed them into using the same screws that were holding the siding in wherever I could. Where I couldn't, a couple spots I couldn't do that. This one looks like it's on an angle, that's fine. This one's up here. I got room for one more up here for an 8-foot rod. So I got 2 11s, a 9, a 7, 2 6s. And that's about that. So now I'm ready to go fishing. I also, I don't know if you noticed, put a what they call pickling stain or a whitewash stain on the cedar. So it's done. I got my fan covers back up, clean everything. I cleaned everything. Took the fans apart and cleaned them. They look clean now. They were filthy dirty. Got my mattress in here. I do have it backwards, or upside down I should say, because of the stuff is still just a little sticky, and I had this looser before to allow the air behind it. But some old straps, I forget what these came off of something. I actually bought straps, and turned out they were just a tad short to do this with. So I got 2 extra 2-foot straps, and then of course that's that. So that's where I'm at. Still kind of putting off the carpentry work because it's such a pain in the butt. I got my drawers in. I don't know if I showed you this before. Drawer, just don't have the face on it yet. These are the soft close slides. I'll show you this real quick. So comes out, goes in, and it pulls itself in. Bottom one will do the same. I can't do it with one hand. I just have to get the faces on those. This one's a little crooked, but I'll straighten that out when I put the face on it. These are going to be flush mount. This piece is going to go up here, cover up that shelf, also to provide it with a little support. It's sagging just a touch. Got my tool bag up in there from you know where. These things are like $13. It holds a ton of stuff, and it probably won't last forever, but you know, so what? Got a little bit of work to do inside this cabinet. There's my homemade dog bone that allows me to go from 20 amp to 15 amp, so I can plug my 20 amp circuit into my inverter, which is 15 amps. Tools, it's getting there. Cleaned up. Got the stereo sorted out. Had a little issue with the apparently the relay in the battery isolator that I was using, because I thought I needed it for the relay, but it turns out that there's a relay built into the amp, so I didn't need it at all. I took it to the audio shop. They were kind enough to come out, look at it, and tell me, yeah, you don't need that. Tested it. It had voltage flowing through it when it was off, which is bad. Drained my battery. Anyway, 9.5 minutes. Yeah, I do rattle on. Okay, thanks for checking in. Don't forget, ask a question, leave a comment, hit the like button. Do all that for me. Appreciate it. Take care.